Now, livor mortis is the skin discoloration caused by the pooling of blood. This happens because when the heart stops beating, the blood stops circulating, it stops moving. Therefore, gravity is going to make it settle to the lowest position of the body. And when it settles, it will turn the body like a bluish, red, purplish, dark blue, purplish color when it's fixed. In this picture, you can see that the person died with their hand on their chest, it looks like, or their stomach, in that position. So you can tell this by the white lines on the stomach and the way the hand was being held. As far as the timeline of livor mortis, the way that this works, it starts happening immediately after death, and it's visible within a couple of hours. The skin is typically a pinkish bluish, and it's very blotchy at the beginning. 5 to 6 hours in, the blotches have started to join up, but the skin still turns white when it's being pressed on. 10 to 12 hours from that, the blue-purple color remains when pressed, so it no longer turns white. It shows where a body is in contact with something, and this also helps determine if the body has been moved after death. 12 to 24 hours in, the body has been, or the livor mortis has been fixed, meaning that the blood is settled completely. It is no longer moving. In the picture, you can tell that this person died on their back, so they were supine, because of the white patch at the top of the back and the top of the buttocks. The low back was the lowest point of gravity, so that is where the blood had settled. This is the blanching I was talking about. So if you put pressure on the lividity and it does not stay the purplish color, you are in the blanching area, which is about 5 to 6 hours in. Okay. The different sites of livor mortis will depend on the position of the body before death. So if the person is supine, meaning they are laying on their back, then you should expect to see shoulders, buttocks, and heels will be white, meaning that that is where they are in contact of the ground or the seat or wherever they are. Vertical, so if they are hanging, you will see lividity in their legs and feet because all of the blood will drain to the bottom. If the person is drowning, you will typically see livor mortis in the upper chest and upper limbs. If they're prone, so meaning they are face down, you will see whitening around the nose and lips if they are completely face down. Otherwise, you will see it on half of their face. Livor mortis can also sometimes determine what they were wearing, or even the murder weapon that was involved. So in the picture at the top, you can tell that there was a gun underneath this person. You can almost make out the make of it as well. But you know that a gun was involved in this altercation at some point. In the picture below, it's actually started to go through some of the decomposition stages, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But you can tell exactly what kind of underwear the person was wearing.